Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to A Spiritual Remedy, a conversation and meditation. My name is Sunshine Daye, and it is my absolute joy to welcome you on this amazing, amazing day. What is today? January the 4th, 2021. And if you are watching this or listening to this to this live, or even to the later broadcast, that means that you are alive and you have internet and that you have means. And so for a moment, just pause and be grateful for even just this small thing that we have gotten to see 2021. I know lots of us have been focusing on, wow, being done with 2020 and wanting to just start 2021. And unless we actually make some changes in our own life, 2021 is not going to be any different than 2020. And it all starts here. And so, what is this all about today, right? So, I see a world where clean and sober people are living their best life and loving it. And my purpose is to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence. And so what I get an opportunity to do is provide spiritual tools to recovering addicts and alcoholics and people who are in recovery. And I provide these personal tools for your personal transformation. To tell you a little bit about me, the personal tools that I share with you have absolutely transformed my life to where today, on a regular basis, I'm living my best life and loving it. And if I'm living my best life and loving it, then I also think that it's so beautiful to look out into the world and to see people, especially people in recovery, living their best life and loving it, and being unapologetically you, to be able to express and to live your life fully, authentically, not bringing harm to anyone and not letting anyone harm you, but really, really living your full and your best life. What I didn't know was I didn't know what that was, especially once I got sober, once I was free from the intoxicants, right? And so if that's you, if you're free from the intoxicants, go ahead and write in the chat what your intoxicants were, whether it was drugs or alcohol or gambling or food or stress or drama, whatever it was for you. What was that? Because what happens for many of us is that once we get free from that, once we lose the craving, the desire, once it is no longer the priority in life, the question then becomes, what is the priority in life? Where do I go from here? Now that I'm not drinking, now that I'm free from the intoxicants, where do I go from here? And it calls for us being clear. That's why this month, the month of January, my topic and my theme for the month is clarity. And we're using the book Begin Within, a playbook for living your genuine life. And it is a book that I wrote a few years ago, but that is so relevant today, especially this month. And that is, how do I get clear? This is a month where people are now making all these New Year's resolutions, and that's cool. We got to start somewhere. But it is more than just resolving. It is actually, making the effort to first get clear. You know, um, being clear and getting clear and having clarity. What does that actually mean? So clarity means clearness, and it also means free from obstruction. Free from obstruction, so that there's nothing blocking me, that there's clarity here. There's clearness and free from obstruction. So let that sink in for just a moment. Free from obstruction. When I look at my life as someone who is free from the intoxicants, the drama, the stress, the food, the drugs, the alcohol, as I begin to actually take a look, what are the things that are in my way for me seeing my life clearly? And, for me, it was definitely this mind. My mind was going 100 miles an hour. Here's what you should do. You should go this way. You should go that way. You should talk to this person, talk to that person. How many of us wake up like that first thing in the morning, right? We wake up and it's like the committee is like, I'm so glad you're awake. There's so much I need to talk to you about. First, we need to do this. We need to do that. Or what are you going to do today? Or your life sucks, or your life is beautiful, or whatever it is. And the committee is just going and going and going and going and going. And so as we take a look at gaining clarity or seeking clarity this month, here's what we have an opportunity to look forward towards. It says clarity provides the opportunity to enjoy life without ambiguity and haziness. Without ambiguity or haziness. This month, your daily practice is designed to deepen your connection with your inner guidance. Well, that's right. Clarity is born when you release your busy thoughts and allow yourself to hear the quiet voice within. So that is our agenda this month. Twice a week, every day, every day we're going to practice, but twice a week we're going to connect right here. And you'll be able to check in with me. You'll be able to let me know how you're doing so that I can continue to be your guide, so that I can continue to guide you along the steps. So what challenges, is my question, what challenges do you have developing a practice where you deepen your connection with your inner guidance? What challenges do you have that prevent you from having and experiencing clarity? Clarity, again, right? Clearness, freedom from obstruction, the ability to enjoy life without haziness. I don't know about you, but like I wear glasses, right? And sometimes when my glasses are dirty, I cannot see clearly. And I have to wipe down the glasses. I actually have to get into the practice of wiping down the lenses in order then to see clearly. So imagine that it is that simple for your life, right? It's only going to be as easy or as difficult as you make it and as you say it is, because your words, the words that you speak, are powerful. If you say it's going to be a hard day, then it's going to be a hard day. If you say today is going to go with ease and with grace, then it goes with ease and grace. If you just keep your focus there to actually see how easy and how graceful the day unfolds. And so it is with clarity. With clarity, especially clarity now that you're disassociated with the intoxicants of your life, this clarity begins to come as you call for it. You know, I once had a teacher who showed me exactly how to call the wind. Now, this might sound a little bit weird to you, but as a group, we went outside. We looked up at the trees. There were no breezes. We looked down below at the grass, and you know, they weren't moving. And she began to give me the instruction to call the wind and to just, you know, hold my hand out, calling the wind as I would call my beloved pet, a dear friend, you know, to simply come to me, come to me, come to me. And don't you know that just after maybe about a minute or 2 minutes of calling without ceasing, here comes this like gentle breeze, this gentle wind that began to move the leaves in the tree. Now, some of us may go, it was just going to happen anyway. And some of us might think, wow, Sunshine, you are powerful. How about if it's both? How about if, because I placed my attention there and called to the wind with such love and adoration as I would my beloved pet, as I would a beloved friend or family member, to come to me, to come here? What if just that focus and attention was what actually called that breeze into being? I think it's the same with clarity. You know, the moment that we begin to simply call forth clarity, and call it forth, because it is that deep desire to be in at one-ment with clarity, that clarity begins to come. Dana Voigt says, I know that is our power. It is our power, Dana. Thank you, because it's not just my power. Thank you, Dana. Dana says, I know that is our power. We actually have that power. Even to have the foresight and the insight enough to know that that breeze would come, that it would actually answer me, that it would respond to my calling. It is the same with clarity, that before we make all these New Year's resolutions, before we actually set out to actually, you know, accomplish 1,000,001 things just for the sake of accomplishing 1,000,001 things, that we actually gain clarity as to what is for our highest and our best. And what it takes first is that we begin to slow down. You know, even though 2020 helped us slow down quite a bit, when we slow down the thoughts. When we slow down, we're able to be still. So slowing down the mind chatter, slowing down the body and being still, and then being silent and enjoying the silence, even though there might be noise around us. There might be, you know, a car wash, people talking, dogs barking, birds chirping. To slow down, to be still, to be silent, the internal silence. Thank you, Bertha. She says, I love starting the week this way, centering myself in my truth. Yeah. And this is exactly what we begin to develop as a practice. as a practice, because this is indeed how we begin to actually live our best life. How do you live your best life? You live your best life by actually having some direction. But first, we need clarity. So slowing down the mind chatter, being still in the body, inviting your body to some silence. It's the decluttering of the mind, the body, and the spirit, right? Imagine that, just decluttering, having some simplicity, so that we're then able to ask that internal guidance. What is for my highest and best? Even just in our outline for the month. This month, your daily practice is designed to deepen your connection with your inner guidance. And so the practice of slow down, be still, be silent. Even if we just begin this week to just do those things, the 3 S's: slow down, stillness, silence. The 3 S's, right? The 3 S's will begin us and actually put us on our path of gaining clarity, of being free from the obstructions to our greatness, to our pleasure, to our good. And that, beloveds, is the road to clarity. Because as we get clear, then we know what path to follow. We know what road to take. Then there's no obstructions, nothing that will block us from our good, nothing that comes between us and our goals. But unless we have that clarity, we're just aimlessly going, and we're not really accomplishing much. And so I want to share with you that these 3 S's, slow down, stillness, silence, that these 3 S's, that when you actually put this simple practice into place on a daily basis, and sometimes a handful of times a day, that you will begin to see clearly. Because what this provides is the decluttering, and it gives us an opportunity to see a little clearer now. It's like wiping away the lenses of your glasses, of your sunglasses, of whatever it is. It's like kind of if when you wake up, you wipe away the stuff from your face so that you can see clearly. Now, this clarity, as we move on throughout the rest of January, is also inner clarity. It's not necessarily the physical vision, but this is actually the inner clarity for our inner vision. It was written that a people without vision perish. And that's why clarity is so important. Is because if we don't have a vision, if we don't have a goal, if we don't have a way of living that is actually continuing to support us, then we're not truly living. We're simply existing. So, beloved, it is now time for us to engage in a spiritual practice. And what I'd like to do is I want to ask you to stay until the very end, because at the very end, you're going to hear about a special event that's happening next Sunday that I want you all to be a part of. It's called Uncover, Discover, Recover. And it's actually in honor of my 34 years of sobriety, my freedom from the intoxicants that were killing me and that were bringing me down. And it's actually a 1.5 hour mini retreat and party where we get to celebrate life, and where I get to share some of the gems and the tools that have helped me propel my life in such a direction where today I'm living a life that is happy, joyous, and free. And I want to share that with you. So stay to the end so you can get that information. But for right now, let's just practice those 3 S's, right? Let's just slow down. And in slowing down, what I usually do is I just start maybe to count, really slow in my brain. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I begin to just get still. So if you're in a position where you can actually just still your body a little bit, and just still, you can do ABC, you can do 1, 2, 3. You're just slowing down the brain from all of the thinking that it does. You might even say, thank you, brain, for thinking and for doing all that you do. And now as you get still, you just begin to get silent. And don't worry about any noises around you. You just begin to get silent. See if you can get so silent within your own body where you can feel your heartbeat, where you can even put your fingers maybe on your neck or just kind of check your pulse so that you can actually just feel the heartbeat, or bring your attention to your breath. Either one of those is actually super cool. And sure enough, just as you get silent, of course, sometimes your brain wants to start talking to you. And you just say thank you. You just say thank you. And just like my teacher, Alice Bandy, just as she showed me how to call the wind, right now, each of us, we're just going to internally call clarity into being. We're just calling for clarity. We're calling for clarity like it's a beloved, like it's the most endearing person, place, thing. It might sound like, clarity, come here. Or, clarity, reveal yourself. I want to know you. I want to feel your presence, clarity. I want to experience clarity. Clarity for my life's purpose. Clarity for what I'm to do today. Clarity around a relationship. Clarity around my sobriety, around my clean time. I'm simply calling forth clarity right now. And as you call forth clarity, just be open to that internal guidance, maybe whispering, maybe showing you an image. But starting today and every day, just sit for a few minutes, calling forth clarity in a general or in a specific area of your life. Come here, clarity. Call it as you would a lover. Call it like you would take care of it forever and ever and ever. And open yourself up for the rest of the day to see how you will receive insights, signs. Notice how you might begin to hear that indwelling presence speaking to you in a language that you understand. And allow yourself many times today to slow down, to be in the stillness and in the silence, and call forth clarity. So moving into a place of gratitude for beginning this practice, we just dedicate ourselves to this moment and to this practice throughout the day. We just commit to it, and we gently, gently open our eyes, becoming aware of our surroundings, grateful for this moment in the practice as we continue to practice more and more today and more each and every day this month. So there's more to come on clarity this month, and more to share as I simply guide you through becoming clear on that which it is that you want clarity for. And remember that we're here to live our best life. And part of living our best life is becoming really clear to what that is for us individually and collectively. All right. Know that you are loved. And I'll see you back here on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific for some more. Until then, go ahead and jot down in the chat what you want clarity for. So this way I know. Send me a message. Let me know how I can continue to support you this month. And know that you are loved and valued. Bye for now. Hello, beloveds. I see a world where clean and sober people are living their best life and loving it. That's why on January the 10th, 2021, which is my 34-year sober anniversary, I'm hosting a mini retreat, January the 10th from 2 to 3:30 p.m. It's Uncover, Discover, Recover. And you can find your tickets at aspiritualremedy.com. That's aspiritualremedy.com. And there we're going to have a blast as we celebrate my 34 years of sobriety. So it's 34 for 34 or your best donation. Can't wait to see you with me. Bye for now.
You celebrate your life. Celebrate the memories, the birds and the trees, the hugs and the kisses, the hits and the misses.